Hello, wildlings. I'm your Creepsmith, and you found my Fear Forge. Lucky you. Tonight's psychotic story. I told the voice in my head to bother someone else. It did. By LifeIsStrangeMeToo. Until last week, I thought my schizophrenia was hereditary. I was having one of those days where I have to stay indoors. I had been stressed at work lately, and as a result, I was having a particularly bad bout of paranoia, and my auditory hallucinations were stronger than usual. I tried tuning him out with music, but Sammy, the voice in my head, wouldn't leave me alone. "You know they're watching you," he said. "Shut up, Sammy, I'm not listening." "Of course you are. I'm inside your head, remember? Besides, I'm only trying to warn you. They'll be coming to get you soon." "You've been saying that for 5 years," I said, trying to shut down that mounting paranoia that this time he could be right. "And I've been right for 5 years. I'm thousands of years old, John. 5 years is soon to me." My heart rate started to increase. I opened the fridge to get a beer, thinking it would help to calm me down. "You know you're not supposed to drink those," Sammy said. "They interfere with your medication." "I know, Sam," I said. I cracked open the can of Lagunitas and drained half of it in a gulp. I calmed down a little, and the pleasant buzz began to cloud my thoughts. "I'll tell Dr. Barksdale." "That'd be a trick," I said, emboldened by the alcohol. "Go ahead. You tell him. As a matter of fact, why don't you go bother somebody else for a while? I am sick of you." "You're gonna miss me." "No, I'm not." I waited for Sammy's snappy reply, but it didn't come. Instead, there was only silence. Dr. Barksdale would be upset if he knew that I'd been talking to Sammy again, but it was the most reliable way I had of getting rid of him without the harsh side effects of increasing my dose of Risperdal. I told myself it wasn't necessary, but I knew that I had to do it anyway. I went around my living room and shut the blinds, just in case they were watching. I chided myself for being irrational and flopped down on the couch, ready to kill an afternoon drinking beer and watching cartoons. I was 5 minutes into Adventure Time when my phone rang. The caller ID told me that it was Dr. Barksdale's office. Not wanting the good doctor to know that I'd been drinking, I let it go to voicemail. But then the phone rang again. I sighed and picked it up. "Hello?" I said. "John?" came Dr. Barksdale's voice. He sounded tense. "Hey, Dr. B," I said. "Is everything okay?" "Have you been hearing voices, John?" Dr. Barksdale said. "A little bit, Doctor. It's nothing I can't handle." "You haven't been talking with them again, have you?" How did he know that? I started feeling paranoid, but Sammy didn't say anything. "Sorry, Doc, I know I'm not supposed to, but sometimes it helps." No, it's fine," said Dr. Barksdale. "Do you remember the last thing that you said to Sammy? Please, concentrate, it's very important." Why did he want to know that? He said he was going to tell you that I had been drinking. Yeah. He must have heard it in my voice. Was I slurring? So, I said, I told him to go and bother someone else for a while instead. And the line went silent. Doc? I don't know what's going on, said Dr. Barksdale. His voice was thin and strained. Logically, I know it must be some sort of shared psychosis, but... But what, Doc? Sammy spoke to me. My stomach dropped. He had to be joking, right? He did? I said. Yes. I don't understand what's happening, but he told me to tell you that... My hands began to sweat. What, Doc? Never mind, he said. I must not be feeling well. Okay, Doc, I said. I wasn't convinced. I held the phone out with my finger above the hang-up button when I heard Sammy's voice on the other end. I told him to come to tell you that they're coming for you, he said. Right now. I pushed the button. The line clicked dead, and my doorbell rang. And sometimes, just sometimes, the two scariest words in the English language are what if. Stay scary, my wildlings, and make the most of your nights.